Josh Raven here with the Daily Dot at ELEAGUE Week 2, joined by f0rest from NIP, coming off of a win against Selfless. Probably expected that you would take that, but it does secure your second place in the group. We can talk about the Selfless game first. Was there any nerves coming in when they started racking up some rounds in that second map, or did you always feel confident?
We felt pretty comfortable, even though they were starting to come back and take a few rounds, especially on the last game. They came pretty close. I think we have some issues that we need to work on for sure. There are some stuff that we can't really handle, which is why we need to talk after all these group stages done and heading into the semis. We need to talk to each other and figure out the small stuff. But otherwise it felt comfortable.
Obviously, one of the more disappointing results of the group would have been that game against G2 yesterday, falling 2-0, when many people would have painted you as the favourites really for that game, looking at form coming in. So what happened in that game? Why weren't you able to take out G2?
Yeah, that game is one of the reasons as well why we are struggling quite a bit here at ELEAGUE. There are some small issues. We know what we are going to do about it. It's just that we need the time to be able to fix it, which is good actually, because these group stage games wasn't like set in stone important. We could always manage to go to the final and play against G2 again, and I'm pretty damn certain if we play them again it's going to be a different game, that's for sure. So we just got to work harder. They are looking super strong as well. I mean, they have been looking super strong. I think they are 26-4 in wins and losses past 30 games or something, so they're a strong team, but I think we can beat them.
Obviously, this group does seem to be the group where there's two teams who have suddenly put on this huge run of form, you guys as well, since the major, really, even when you had f0rest subbing in G2 most recently. We know for you guys, you said a lot, it's about f0rest coming in and changing the way you play. What do you think it is about G2? Why have they suddenly come up in form? Is it the change they made with Existence?
Maybe. It's hard for me to go in depth of understanding how they became so much better. I think it's more of they being more comfortable maybe with they have a different approach to the game now than they had with Existence. I don't know if all the players are just more comfortable with the positions they have and what type of things they can do in game, being a bit more aggressive, taking that extra challenge, or they are really strong individual aimers, so they're really riding on that with Shocks and Scream taking the front line, and then you have Smith falling back with the up, and RPK is the stable kind of guys. So they have a good mixture of players right now, and
obviously, right now we're going to see Selfless versus Optic, and that game will decide who you're going to be facing in the semi-finals, I believe. Just quick thoughts before it starts. Is there any other team you're expecting to come out on top? Shock said he thought Optic would do it when I asked him about it earlier. What do you think?
Initially I thought that Optic would be I thought they were really good, but when we played against them, they felt a bit shaky. I don't know if they were nervous or something, but I don't have that much insight on the NA teams. But I think, looking at today's game, I think Selfless has a pretty good shot at taking them out there.
Well, they're quite a surprising factor for you, Selfless. Obviously, they were the last team to enter the league after they subbed in for, I believe it was Tai Lu. They brought in a new player, Connor, who's not really known around the scene. So, did they surprise you at all, Selfless? Were you expecting that level of performance from them?
No, not at all, actually. I think it's fun to see that, as you said, last chance, they just been brought in and they delivered. At least against us, they played some solid CS, they were hitting shots, and they were looking overall pretty good. So, they got an exciting future ahead of them.